If you listen to any of my songs, they always start with a riff. The melody is always a consistent thing. I was kind of picturing what sounds I would use, because I kind of heard it in my head. This guitar riff, the bass, big kick drum, disco claps, big horn section, late 70s, early 80s Sonics, sitting there just kind of going over the whole thing. I heard one of them kind of mutter naked. And I was like, that.
Hang on, everyone stop. What was that?
I was literally just kind of sitting here at the keyboard, kind of fiddling around like, oh my god, we've had such a terrible session. And then I was kind of... And I was like, woo! We were planning to get my next single ready. This is myself, Ed and Sam. These are the guys that I have written my biggest hits with. And we'd done these couple of days, and I remember they went terrible.
We spent hours and hours and hours throwing around 10, 15 different ideas, and none of them stuck.
Sam and Ed are great because they just get me. You know, if I say something's not too good, you can just say it and we start again.
It's always kind of high pressure when you've got a bit of a track record together and the expectation is we have to come out with another banger.
We're in like the last 5 minutes of the session because they're getting ready to go.
I think we were just chatting by the door and he just played this little bit of magic like he always does. We kind of stopped.
As Sam's got his backpack on, he was like, what is that? And I was like, I have no idea.
You know, you can always tell when there's a feeling in the room, there's just this like electric, like energy.
It was all very much on the spot. I mean, we had the hook within 15 minutes. And I live for those moments. I like the kind of spark on the day or in the moment. And then you're all vibing off each other's energy.
And then this was the first thing that I sang. That bass line's f***ing cool.
They were singing it. And we were jumping in this room. So we're going around this loop. I think it was Ed who came up with the "You only say you love me when we're naked." It was just like, oh my god, what is this? What is happening right now?
The most exciting part for me in any song is that initial concept moment. That level of excitement is like the drug.
We just knew we were onto something special when we got those few elements together at that point.
And that was kind of it, really. Then we were like, okay, cool, we're staying. We found something.
That's how it kind of started. Every one of my tracks always calls to have the Jonas Blue finger snap, which is this. The next port of call was adding the bass line. So they both go, one goes what, the bass goes lower, guitar goes higher. And then of course you need the groove. So I then would have started with the drums. Big kick drum, 3 kicks. Second one, it's kind of got a bit of air, a bit of grit to it. Then you'll have the top one. You're instantly in the groove there. We just looped around that for a very long time. We wrote the verses, we wrote the chorus. Now there's something really cool in here actually. There's this stem here called Effects While Yeah. So I just got my phone and I just recorded on voice memos. Woo! Yeah! Woo! Yeah, and they're the ones that we ended up using on the records. But if I'm right, they're here. The hand claps. So I kind of love things like that, you know, it adds to it. The way I wanted to set the room up and the way we did it is we mic'd up every instrument. We had the grand piano mic'd up. My bass player brought in all his big cabinets. I had the brass section here on a separate day. Everything is pretty much live. So good. It's like always a goosebumps moment for me when I can have like horns or strings because they're just like that really rich layer and the texture that you can add to the music. So yeah, exciting. Not many people do that these days. You know, it's very time consuming. People would rather use samples or things like that. I've set up these room mics that are hidden. So we also had those as well, just to pick up some, you know, foot taps and some energy. Behind the grand piano, you can hear like the foot tapping and the air in the room. You hear the hitting of the keys as well. You know, it was really important to add all those elements in for me because it gives the track colour. Horns. Done.
I have to say, I think the production on Naked is some of Guy's best.
I definitely believe in the 10,000 hour thing. To get to a level of mastery at anything, he's just a brilliant producer in that way.
A couple of months before release, he was still tweaking, still perfecting.
I could add loads and loads of layers and elements, but is it actually doing anything? You know, are you just clouding it? I think it's the years of experience of knowing what can deliver me what I need.
It's not just the production, it's not just the tempo and the energy or the melody being catchy. It's marrying all three of those things with the perfect lyric and then getting the right kind of artist to sing it.
There's only a few people who can sing this song. So it was always about finding someone who can really capture the emotion of what was already there and just elevate it.
That was a big thing for me, to keep the original feel of the demo while bringing my own flair.
He recorded it with his engineer in LA.
My immediate reaction the first time I heard the demo was, I'm obsessed with this song. And then I really knew because my dad couldn't stop singing it too.
You only say you love me when you want me and we're naked. When you're laying on my bathroom floor. Oh.
The tone and the confidence in his vocal, he just nailed it.
I remember I did the vocal and Jonas, it was like middle of the night and he FaceTimed me. I was like, oh, whoa, he's FaceTiming me. We hadn't talked before. He's like, mate, this song, this vocal, I've listened to it 30 times.
We just knew that we had something special at that point. There is a happy accent on this record.
Come on.
Sam, who was one of the BBs on this, she did this thing. Everyone thinks it's a cat. She just happened to do that at the right point, and it became a massive part of the record.
Yeah, that's right. Let's go.
So yeah, happy accent. Fucking shit scared. That's how you feel before a release.
You're constantly like, what's the feedback? Do people like it?
But also a sense of relief as well. Putting something out there, giving something back.
I just hope people have the most fun with it.
Happy party music is the hardest shit to write.
Try and write a happy song without it sounding cheesy. It's really, really difficult.
So I hope that it gives people that much needed confidence, inspiration, happiness.
Just good energy.
Young people in suits dancing next to an 80-year-old couple.
Usually the best tracks come within an hour. It's almost like this thing where they come through you. They end up being special because they're in the moment. I hope that from this track, people can take away a different side to me. I think the way I know something's finished is when you can't add anything more. I'd never try to do the same thing. It would be easy for me to just keep doing Fast Car or Perfect Strangers, but that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to push the boundaries. I'm not a very emotional person, but when it comes to my music, every bit of emotion goes into that. It's almost like my outlet for, you know, me as a person. Music for me is my life. I wouldn't be able to do anything else. It's just an extension of my life. I feel very happy and fortunate where I am, and that's the feeling that goes into it. And I want to make masses of people happy. They're these stories that everyone can relate to, and that's generally my concept when making my songs. Is, you know, it's not me, it's kind of us. It's just happiness, you know. It's everything.